Once we entered the home, the 37-year-old Ionia man, Bart Frederick Cunningham, was found deceased, pronounced dead at the scene in the basement area of the home. Preliminary investigation indicates he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The 42-year-old woman, Wendy Suzanne Cunningham, was found in the upstairs with multiple gunshot wounds and was flown by air to Spectrum Waterworks in Grand Rapids, where she is listed. She's there with non-life-threatening injuries, but listed in serious condition. Also, a 16-year-old male subject was in the upstairs of the residence, also with multiple gunshot wounds, and is also in the Grand Rapids Hospital with non-life-threatening and serious injuries. The 13-year-old female that was in the residence at the time of this incident was uninjured and is currently staying with family members. At this time, that's about all the additional information that we have. Do they have any questions?
Can you tell us the relationship between these three people?
It is all a family, they all related by family.
Details?
Pardon me?
Or the woman and the man, were they married?
Yes, they were.
Husband and wife?
Correct.
And the 16-year-old, their son?
Son and stepson.
Son. Who's stepson?
It would be the deceased Bart Cunningham's stepson.
How about the 13-year-old girl?
That is a daughter of both of them.
So the 16-year-old male is a stepson, not a biological son, is that right?
That is correct.
What can you tell us about the phone communication you had when you guys first arrived on scene?
When we first arrived on scene, Ionia County Central Dispatch was communicating with a 13-year-old female that was in the home and continued that conversation throughout the incident until we were able to gain access inside the house.
What kind of information is coming from that call?
Well, we haven't had a chance to review all the tapes yet from Central Dispatch, but she was giving us what she could hear from her location in the upstairs room.
And based on that, what was the motive for this, or what was going on prior to all of this happening?
It was a domestic situation.
So, do you know how long it was before you got the initial 911 call till you were able to go in and get the mom and the son? How much time's passed?
I would estimate at this time only at about 50 minutes.
Is that 50 or 15?
50. 50 minutes.
Have there been past problems with any of these family members?
We have responded to that house in the past, yes.
On what type of call?
We're not releasing information right now.
Can you say how long ago that was?
I don't have that information right now.
How often did you respond to that?
I do not have that information right now.
What was going on during that 15-minute span? Were you trying to communicate with people inside to assess the situation? Is that what it was?
Yes, we were communicating with a 13-year-old on the phone to determine what the situation was and getting our team ready and deployed to go in and make an entry on the home, not knowing what the status of the shooter was.
Can you walk us through that a little bit? Because obviously you want to make sure that the situation is safe to go in. Obviously the girl was contributing something to help you. Walk us through what that conversation was like and led up to your decision to go in.
Well, our decision to go in was as soon as we had the manpower of the critical incident team, which is a SWAT team, in place. As soon as that was in place, we went in. We always have to take officer safety into account, and as long as we were communicating with a 13-year-old in the home, we had officers ready to go in, but we were waiting until we had the SWAT team there to make the entry as long as we were still communicating the things we felt were safe.
Just so I make sure we have the timeline, you said I think around 4:30 the initial
Approximately, yes.
So just a little less than an hour later you entered the home, is that
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
And did you ever have contact? Do you think Mr. Cunningham was deceased through that 50 minutes, or was he still alive in the house? Do you know? When after the 13-year-old was talking?
Preliminary information is that we believe he was deceased during that time.
Do you know which of the victims was shot first, based on information you've gathered so far?
Not at this time, no.
And when you say that it stemmed from a domestic situation, was it just do you have any more sense of why he decided to do this?
No, I do not at this time.
And who's the domestic situation between the spouses or one of the son and the stepfather?
We're not releasing that information right now.
Who was the SWAT team from? Was that from state police or Ionia County?
No, it's the Ionia County Critical Incident Team. It's made up of members from the Ionia Department of Public Safety and the Ionia County Sheriff's Department.
Were you pretty convinced that the 13-year-old was in a safe place? Did she stay in a locked room or a closet or?
We were as sure as we could be, yes.
Tell us what made you think she was okay.
Because of the communications we were having with her, relayed to us through Central Dispatch.
Was she in a locked room?
No, she didn't.
Prior to going in, were you aware that there was another person injured?
Yes, we were.
Did you think the 13-year-old was in danger at any point?
Well, certainly when something like this happens, everybody in that home is in danger.